Hello, Divine Soul. It's Melanie. How are you today? I am coming at you with another vlog. This is day 2 of vlogging for my sacred space, and I am so excited. I had to come out in nature to do this one though. There's something about it. I'm feeling way more intuitive downloads come from when I'm out here and able to look at things that are not my personal belongings, if that makes any type of sense. Okay, so last night I did a little recap because I wanted to start being able to express to you what I'm feeling on a daily basis. And what I did is I made I divided this paper into 4, and I did physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And I'm going to talk about each of these one by one. And so let's start with the physical. What I noticed physically, okay, as I'm in this new dimension, right? I'm in the 5th dimension. My iPhone has not been recognizing my face. Okay, so there's something different about facial features. Your literal facial features may be changing as you enter into the 5th dimension, which is strange to think. I really don't, it doesn't logically make sense. Personally, I feel like I look the same, but maybe I don't. Maybe just someone I see a year from now, or haven't seen a year ago, may say, wow, you look so different, right? Or maybe not. Maybe you only look different to God, right? Skin pigment. I've noticed that, you know, in Texas, we're not having our normal winter. We are having spring already. The flowers are blooming, the butterflies are flying, and all the insects and all the animals are having this like renewal already. And it's beautiful because as a person who needs the sun to thrive, I'm loving it. But in my skin pigment, I've noticed that when I was at the beach over like almost 2 weeks ago, and then yesterday I was out 12 on the clock. Yesterday I was out, and I'm not burning like I usually do. I'm very fair skinned. I have a lot of Irish in my body. I mean, in my genes. Okay, but my pigmentation is different. I'm getting red, but I'm not burning. I'm not blistering. It's very strange, very interesting. Okay, so that's different. Okay. I've noticed that when I'm not feeling well, I'm healing pretty quickly. I seem to be getting over it quicker than I would have normally in the past. And when I say sickness, I really just don't get sick, but I'll get like momentary sickness, you know, like stomach nauseated, or a few sneezes and like a little sinus pressure, or that leads me into the next thing. I'm experiencing like slight headaches, just like, and I find myself pushing right here a lot, right in here, which I feel has a lot to do with the 3rd eye chakra, and very well could be part of this ascension that I just went through and am currently going through. And I don't, like, as someone who's in the 5th dimension, I don't necessarily understand, you know, what's to be expected on a daily basis for my body. And so maybe the ascension symptoms carry over, and you continue to feel them as your body, you know, continues this ascension. Like maybe it never stops. I don't know. And it's not painful. It's only momentary discomfort. Throat chakra. Okay. And then, so let's move over to the emotional things that I'm feeling. Let's start off with bliss. Okay. Extreme bliss. Just like a peace and a calm is still there. I did not, I wasn't really going to speak about this because, you know, I'm not sure if it wasn't my energy that woke me up at 3:30 in the morning. If you watched my last video, I slept for 12 hours straight, which is completely out of the ordinary for me. That was the night before last. But last night I did wake up at around 3:30 and did not go back to sleep until 4:30. But I did not have to get up and make the tea like I had been doing repetitively for the past 3 to 4 months. And then I did get right back to sleep. Normally I'll sit and listen to a YouTuber talking, but this time it was just binaural beats and like sound bowls. And that's what really put me back into that sleep zone, right? I feel calm, except for when I'm talking to you. Hold on one second. It's quite warm, so I actually have the car running with the AC. Hold on. It does this automatic shut off thing. We're good. I feel complete. I feel like this sense of completion, which I know is real, you know, because I have completed this last cycle, the Fool's Journey. I'm seeing a squirrel right now. Squirrel. A little bus with a cross on it. So, yeah. Feeling really connected to Jesus today. Out here looking at all the nature. Anyway, love. I'm feeling so much love. I'm feeling like I'm radiating love. Like the colors, everything I wanted to wear today was, I feel like a crazy art teacher. You remember that? You know, like that's who I feel like I'm representing today. Someone who is just full of life and love and creativity and sensuality. Like I'm feeling very sensual, but not in like a I want to be ravenous sexually kind of way. Like it's just a more like goddess, like Aphrodite energy, if that makes sense. Maybe just like the magnetism, you know, I'm feeling a lot of magnetism toward things that just make me so happy and full of life and love. And let's move into the mental part of me. So I'm one to live my life on structure, and that's coming with ease. Like the daily routines are coming with ease. And before it was like constantly looking at the clock. Oh my God, you know, I'm running out of time here, and I'm not moving quick enough over here, and I've got all this to do, and here I am, and I'm lazy. Okay, so all of that like self-loathing and that like negative self-talk is gone. Rest. My brain is resting, and it feels so at ease. This person next to me is making phone calls. Like I keep hearing a phone ring. So maybe that's significant for you right now. Maybe you're on a phone call or something. Maybe someone's calling you. The addictions that I used to struggle with, not just substances, but just the daily addictions. Like I was so routine oriented. I always kind of associated it with neurodivergency, like ADHD and autism things, right? So that was always kind of like a category I put myself into. And the categories no longer exist in my mind because it's no longer a thing anymore. That's like a third dimensional thing is what I'm figuring out. those categories, those labels. And then in the fourth dimension, you're bouncing back and forth, like these are qualities, not labels, you know. And my brain just seems to function so much better, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I've been drinking mushroom coffee, which it's not really coffee, it's just a mixture, like a finely ground mixture of all these different mushrooms that create mental focus and vitality, and they support all these different things. And I've been drinking that in my coffee every day for like the past 2 to 3 weeks, and it's made an extreme difference in my life and in my morning routine. There goes my okay. So all my senses are very vibrant. Everything is extremely vibrant. And, you know, I have experienced this before with the vibrancy. I have felt and noticed this before. But because I feel like I've been real close to ascension into the fifth dimension before. And I talked about that in my last video. But what I'm feeling right now is like all of those sensations I have felt before with all the senses, they are now like permanent. Okay, so I'm just like, the colors are like speaking to me, and that's why I'm wearing so much color today, I feel like. And then my senses, like the smell, my senses are so much more like in tune. Like I've always attributed it to neurodivergency, right? But I don't feel like that is the case. It's something else, and what I'm discovering is it's ascension. The sight, you know, I am nearsighted, so I struggle seeing very far away. I don't wear glasses like I'm supposed to, but I don't feel like I need that anymore. Like, if that makes sense, I don't feel like I need anything to make me better. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's move into the spiritual. Deeper connection to Mother Gaia. Definitely. Yesterday out in my travels, I pulled off into a picnic area and was able to just step outside and do these videos for my Mustard Greens 1111 poetry channel. And what I do is I sit down. Ooh, sorry. I sit down. I decide which video I'm going to use for that day's poem, and it's nature. So I look at it and I get inspired by it, and after my morning talk with Father God, and as I drink my coffee, I just write, and I take that nature as the inspiration, and I create this poem, okay? And so it has a lot to do with Mother Gaia and what Mother Gaia has awakened me to, and it's all the beauty that surrounds me. It's almost psychedelic in a sort of fashion, but it's not a head trip. There's no tripping involved. I've never done, you know, psychedelics before, just so you know. I've never tiptoed into that, or even, you know, but I can imagine it's something very similar without the confusion and the head trip, okay? Spirit animals, they just come to me, and I feel like it was just kind of funny. It reminds me of Dr. Dolittle. Okay, like I just feel like I could talk to the animals, and I do. When I have an encounter with an animal, I just talk to them, and it's like they hear me. It's like they listen, you know, and we kind of like telepathically communicate, and it's an unspoken language. You know, my last poem, the one I uploaded this morning, you should check it out. It's pretty fresh, and I think you'd really like it. So let's see. I can't even read my own handwriting. Psychic uploads. Yeah. I guess it's more like the uploads versus the downloads, you know, like I've always felt like, you know, when I'm in a certain crowd of people or like encountering someone I've never met before, I'm able to like understand who they are just by their energy. I've always been able to know what they're thinking without them speaking, and I attributed that to being an empath. But now I'm seeing that it's something much more. It's something much more. It was a gift I didn't know I had, and the gifts are coming online, and the gifts are being revealed little by little, and Father God is saying, okay, because everyone is different, and Father God knows the extent to which your brain can handle certain things. I mean, you're still human. You still have these like human characteristics and qualities, but little by little things are being revealed, and I just ask God to do it in His timing. We cannot control these things. Nothing is in our control, and that's part of the surrendering process, is just allowing it all to flow and come in divine timing. And that's where I'm at, and I'm gonna end this vlog right there. Okay, I got it all out, guys. Thanks for listening, and I do hope that if this found you, it's because we're connecting, and I want so badly to just do what I'm being asked to do, and that's to deliver these messages to the world, to let everyone understand that this can be reached, it's possible, and you know, heaven is what you make it here on earth. And I've definitely experienced hell on earth time and time again, and now it's time to experience heaven. So here we are. I send you so much love, and I send you so much light, and till next time, bye-bye.